So, and this semester now we're going to start a new unit. Basically, we will be dealing with the variable conditions, and we will be learn how to create the new functions. Okay. So first today we will start learning about variables. What do we mean by variables? And what kind of operation we can do. We will continue with variables investigation next week. Some practices about variables and how to create variables. This is basically semester 3. Any question?
No.
Okay.
No.
خلينا نبلش. Let's start with to see. Okay. هلا first week basically introductory will be nothing much to do on code.org, but to check what is going on. Starting from next week, you guys have to log in and finish all the levels. ماشي؟ يعني في grades will be, there will be a grade, all the activities on code.org actually graded. Okay?
Okay.
So this is not project one project. Each lesson is separated on the other. ماشي يعني first lesson, then we go to second lesson. As I said, first lesson there's no much to do, only some things that we need. We will see what there is in the first lesson. Second lesson, there is some implementation you guys need to do. Also in the third and fourth. ماشي, but they are not related to each other. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so خلينا starting from next week, we will see what to do. Okay, so a question, general question. Do you guys know how the data are being processed in computers, in computer or programs?
No.
Binaries.
By what?
Binaries.
نحن عم نحكي آخر شيء interpretation بالهيدا binaries. So before it reaches to the binary, what is going on? Let's take for example calculator. ماشي, calculator.
Input.
Input. First we have input. Okay, so general example, let's say 1 plus 1. How 1 plus 1 is being processed? This is the input. ماشي? So what is going on? How the program is giving us the correct answer?
Processing.
Ahmad, شو قلت؟
Processing.
How exactly? But this is the question.
Analysis.
No, رحتوا كتير فار. فكروا فيها قد ما هي. كمان too far آدم.
أستاذ فيك تعيد لي question.
هي مكتوب لي question. How do you know how data are being processed by program?
in steps صح؟
exactly steps.
أول step هي input.
Input أول step first. Perfect. How the program takes the input and process it. نحن finally we need to reach what? The output. In the middle we have the process. Okay, so this is should be so much helpful for you. Output here, it should be based on our example too. How the program knows that this is actually the answer should be 2. Why?
Get the answer.
Why it doesn't give us, for example, 10 or 20 or anything?
لأنه نحن بنكون حاطين الأنسر بس نعمل له كود للآب.
مين اللي حكى يعقوب؟ برافو. So نحن we as a programmer actually program the process to give us the correct answer. Okay, so this is like the most logical answer. Okay, now what? Okay, خلينا let's go for the examples. بس قبل to go to the examples, I'm going to say the names of the class to see who's actually here, who's not. ماشي? If I say your name, just say. Let's see some of these examples. ماشي on code.org. So this is why I said no first lesson is actually an introductory. And you guys should help me to see how حسام بواب. في حدا ما طلع اسمه؟ غير حسام بواب. Okay, great. Okay, now you guys need to help me understanding how this program is being processed. Okay?
أستاذ ما قلت اسمي.
بلا قلت 3 مرات بس مرة ضيتني.
بكون قطعش النت ما سمعت أستاذ.
بسيطة يلا. Okay, let's run this application. So this pet rock needs some love. If you click on him enough time, he just might evolve into very special pet rock. This is the information of this application. So let's say every time I click, look what is going on here. So if I continue clicking, the number will increase. If I reach, مثلا, for example, number 50, we have now the bunny ears, okay? And if I continue clicking, the number will keep increasing. So what is going on exactly here?
Number 1 is being added to every click.
The number of clicks is being added on every click. So this is how we understand the number of clicks is being added 1 every time I click on the row. What else? What is happening?
every certain amount of clicks بيصير في عنا شيء إنه مثل
Exactly.
ears أو شيء.
Here it's exactly 50. I tried to reach 150 before, it didn't happen anything. So 150, let's reach 200. So this is it. Okay, so exactly if we reach 50 clicks, we would have the bunny ears. Okay. So what is the input here?
The clicks.
Clicks, bravo. Output,
bunny ears.
bunny ears and
The number of clicks.
Number of
number of
clicks.
clicks. ماشي. So this is simple. This is the process of this program. Okay. Let's try another example on code.org before asking a more complex examples. So let's see this application. So, okay, so mini poem maker, click on the words to build the poem. Okay. If I click on any word, let's say life, night. Okay. So the life is coming down. Then when I pressed on night, it is coming down next to life. So how this program is being processed?
الانبوت هن الباتنز المحطوطين.
Okay.
الاوتبوت
Output
كلمات
هو
البورد.
البورد.
Input yield output, exactly. Okay, so this one is simple also. Can I have the same word as more than one time? Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay, so there is no restrictions here. Let's see this one. So, as you recall in the project that you did, guys, you did not deal with input, صح ولا لا? Correct or no? You only dealt with buttons, so click to switch from one screen to another. Okay.
Yes.
Now we actually have username and password, and we have the login button. So which means this input here need to check up the input if they are available somewhere. Do you know this place where what we call it?
Database.
Database. Okay. So this is very important note. We store data or information in the database. Okay, why do we store this information in database?
In order to access it later.
For accessing this data later. Okay, so here they gave us two username with the same password, or we can say two username and two password to try this application. Okay, so let's try first to enter correct username and password and log in. It will actually log in. Okay, now if I click on the red arrow, the degree will increase. If I click on the blue arrow, the degree will decrease. Okay, so far so good.
Yes.
Yes.
If I click, there is on home, it will log out. Okay, so let's try to enter wrong username and password, or let's try to enter the same username but wrong password. Okay, what will happen?
It will not log in.
Nothing. Yeah, the good program should tell me no, there is error with the password, but here it is just giving me sound. So now you can hear the sound. Can you hear the sound?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
means this is an error. Okay, so the password is not correct. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Now try to explain what happened. So I'm going to give you a hint here. So let's say we have here something called database. Okay, so this application is connected to this database. Here we have this table, let's call it user. And this user should have, for example, username and password. So we have here different, here username, here password, another username, another password. Okay, just a second. Oh no. Okay, no, who will try to explain here what happened? So this is the database. Here we should enter the username and the password. Okay. Once I click login, what is happening once I click login?
The data is sent to the database.
It's not sent, no, honey, it is checking the database. Okay, so once I press login, it will check here. It will come to this data, to this table and check. If the username is available, it will check the password if it's correct or no. Okay, if everything is good, what will happen?
We will be
Login.
able.
We will be able to enter the account. Okay. Okay, so this is exactly what happens in any account on social media, website, or any application that you're using. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, can you give me example, for example, on Instagram, some example of Instagram, how data are being processed on Instagram? Other than Fatima ويعقوب. Type. Let's talk more about variables. Okay, so variables, we use variables to store inside them values. Okay, so this is the first important note. Variables are used to store specific values inside them. Okay, we have different type of values. Let's say called values or data. Okay, we have different type. خلينا هون بصغير الكولر. Okay, we have different type of data. Here on code.org or for this at this level, you only need to know two different types. Numbers, data can be numbers between 0 and 9, or strings which are characters put between double quotations. Okay? Guys?
Yes, yes. It's
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So numbers can be any number between 0 and 9. Also, it can be decimal number, for example, 1.5, 3.2, etc. And also it can be either positive or negative. Okay? Strings, anything between double quotation will be considered as a string. Okay? So now I have a question. Do you think there is a difference, difference between one and this one?
Yes, there is
What's the difference?
number while one difference is a string.
Okay. How the computer will tell the difference?
From the quotation marks.
No, the computer, okay, أكيد it will understand by the quotation mark. Again, now
بس اللي
if
تحت it's a code يعني.
خليني أجرب quickly, very quickly. Open MATLAB. الماتلاب بيقدر شو اسمه؟ وين والله الماتلاب؟ اوكي لا يفتح الماتلاب. You guys need to give me more convenient answer. So how we can tell the difference? We can know the difference between both. So let's continue now to see if you can actually find the answer by yourselves.
واحدة string وواحدة number.
But what's how the computer will, or how we can tell the difference between both?
إذا كانوا numbers وقتها بنعمل لهم بس إذا كان number مع string بس إنه we join them together or put them together.
طب what if we have this?
بتكون displayed على مثلا كأنسر وواحدة بتكون كأنه محطوطة بالكود أو شيء.
No, both actually. Okay, guys, I know you're trying. Fatima was a bit close to the answer. Khalina, let's check now what is going on here with operators. So operators are the normal operators that we know, plus, minus, times, and division. Also, we have something called modulus. Maybe later on we will get to know it. So if we use the operators with numbers, they will operate normal calculation, normal mathematical calculation. Here we have normal mathematical calculation. Okay. Now what will happen? So 2 plus 3 will be actually equal 5, and 2 minus 3 will be equal -1. Okay. So far so good with numbers.
Yes.
Okay. What happens if we want to add strings together now?
We just
مثلا إذا 2 plus 3 بيصيروا 23. أكيد لا بس أوكي.
Let's see this. This is a string and this is a string. If we add them together, what will happen?
مثل ما قال يعقوب.
Yeah, exactly. So the numbers will not, the operators will not actually operate normal mathematical operation. Okay? So if I have two strings, two number strings, one, for example, 1 plus 2, the answer here will not be 3. What will be?
12.
12 as a string, not as a number.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a very important difference between these two. You guys need to know it. خليني هون هيدا المطلب فتح بفرجيكم على شغله هون. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so let's call a variable called x equal, let's say, for example, 1. Then let's say y equal 2. Okay? Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
if I press x plus y now, what will happen?
3.
1 plus 2.
1 plus 2, which will be 3.
3.
Can you see the answer?
Yes.
Okay, now let's try
Yes.
to do x equal 1, double quotation, y equal 2, double quotation. Okay? If we add x plus y now here, what will happen?
X, Y, or 12.
Between quotation marks.
Between string.
Okay, so this is MATLAB. The answer will not be as you guys expecting it. Oh no, it is exactly the same. Okay, you see? So the answer here is 12 between double quotation. Here the answer was 3, but not between double quotation. Okay? But let's try to add now x equal, let's say x equal to 1, normal integer, y equal, let's say, new. Okay, if I add x plus y, what will happen?
1 new.
1 new
New
as well.
1. String.
Exactly. Okay, so string are much stronger than numbers. This is why they actually have the more, they are more powerful than the normal numbers. This is why they actually take advantage of this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now in MATLAB, I was using the normal equal to assign the value to the variable. Okay, so let's write it. So we have variable, we name the variable whatever we want, okay? Then we have the assigning sign, then we have here the value, okay? So the value is the number that we need to insert or the strings we need to insert inside the variable, okay? This step is understood.
Okay.
Let's see it on code.org how we do it,
Yes.
or on the examples how we do it. So on code.org, they don't use the equal, they use the, okay. We don't have much time now, but I will do it. So in order to identify a new variable, I need to say var first, okay? So here on, okay, let's focus on code.org and forget about MATLAB. So var variable value, okay? So this is, we use this arrow instead of using equal. It's same as using equal, okay?
Yes.
So example var pizza, first we identified the variable, then we said pizza equal to 3, okay?
Yes.
Then we identified the new variables. Then we said pizza equal to yum, then tacos equal to the best. Okay? One very important note, and no, the variable will take what is last put in it. Okay, so here pizza first we put in it 3, then we put in it yum. What is the value of pizza?
3 will be cancelled and yum.
Yes, exactly. 3 will be thrown away and we will be putting pizza inside it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so do you think this is complicated or no?
No.
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 Okay, so this was it for today. Next